So I've just had my dinner and now I'm full, like to the point where I want to pass out because I had like 3 huge slices of my homemade pizza and now I'm full. But I've been sitting here thinking and I became inspired by something. And it's kind of been in the back of my head since yesterday. And if I'm honest, I've kind of been bringing it up a little bit over the last few days, but pirate movie. You know how the other day I was saying I need to do some sort of kids' adventure movie like the Goonies? Remember they went after Pirate Pete? It's going to be like that, sort of Pirates of the Caribbean, Goonies, but it's kids from the camp again who meet Sam's grandpa, who is in the Mary the Fairy series. And I wrote a book called You Have No Power Over Me, where Sam's grandpa tells them the story of Jelly Belly the Smelly and how he defeated Jelly Belly the Smelly by luring him with donuts to come down off the mask. The masks. So these stories are a bit silly. So I'm thinking, okay, Jelly Belly the Smelly, we'll do a kids movie like Goonies, where Sam's grandpa comes to the camp, to the school to give talks. Because in real life, I want like all sorts of tribal leaders and indigenous people and people who know like local legends and myths and folklores and that, sit around campfires and listen to the legends and the stories and the tales. Now, if we end up building this in America, then I mean that's perfect. But obviously, if we do this in Switzerland as well, I'll invite people from all over to come. When we have campfires and they can have their cocoa and my cookies, and because one of the rules that we'll have there is that every night we tell bedtime stories. Doesn't matter how old they are, all the kids will be invited, everyone will be invited to come and sit around the campfire and listen to bedtime stories. And when it's winter or it's raining and that, like we'll take it inside, but every night without fail, the kids will have bedtime stories with their hot chocolate, their hot milk, whatever it is they want, and their cookies, and then they can go off to bed. That's the rule, because I always used to tell my kids bedtime stories, and my hot chocolate that I created was for my boys. And my boys grew up with me reading them stories and writing them stories and that. So at fire, every night the kids will be read bedtime stories, and we'll have a campfire. And so yeah, so because I'm going to be inviting, people who can come and tell stories of local folklores and legends and, indigenous stories and that sort of thing, we'll invite them along to come and tell stories on stage. But at night time, we'll have the campfire going. All the kids will be invited to come and have like hot chocolate, and cookies, and sit around and listen to bedtime stories in real life. So in the movie, we'll recreate it, and Uncle Sam's grandpa, who is in every of the Mary the Fairy series, because he's the one who tells the children how to find Brehena Saithusa by putting their hands up to their eyes like binoculars or a telescope. Their eyes will focus in on the North Star, and if they see the North Star blinking, that means that Brehena Saithusa, the North Star dragon, is watching them, and then she manifests into the Grand Empress Fairy Godmother and comes down and helps them with whatever it is that they need, right? Otherwise, it's Mary the Fairy that does it. But every now and then, there's things that happen that only Brehena Saithusa, the North Star, or the Grand Empress Fairy Godmother, can deal with. So, because Mary the Fairy, she's only 465, so she's like a kid. She's like in fairy terms, she's still like in training. So the Grand Empress sometimes has to come down and help her out. So in the story, Sam's grandpa comes and tells the kids what to do in order to get help, right? So in this movie, our version of Goonies, which is going to be a pirate movie, kind of like, well, Goonies and Pirates of the Caribbean, but for kids, and it'll be kids in it just like Goonies. Sam's grandpa is going to come and tell the story of Jelly Belly the Smelly, and how, there'll be this big discussion about, but is it true? And Sam's like, my grandpa doesn't lie, yada yada. And after he leaves, because it's kind of like the kids are being unruly, like they're bored, and it's been raining a lot and blah blah blah. And so the Uncle Sam, Uncle Sam, Sam's grandpa comes down and tells them the story, that plants this idea into their head that there may be like treasure or his pirate ship or something hidden somewhere. And so they decide to go on a quest, but it's basically he's going to be telling it to them in order to calm them down, to give them, to occupy them, because they're bored, because it's been raining and that sort of thing. So they work on this plan. They come up with this idea. We need to find his pirate ship, because then he'll give us an idea to build a pirate ship. Find the treasure, that sort of thing. Whatever it is the kids are going to be looking for in this movie. I know it's a bit Goonies where they find the treasure and that, but it's not going to be like Goonies where they find the treasure. It might just be looking for his pirate ship, or looking for his grave, or I don't know, something like that. It's literally just a seed. It hasn't even really germinated yet, but it is going to be based on Smelly Belly the Jelly. Oh, God, Jelly Belly the Smelly. It's because I'm all full, and to be honest, I want to go to sleep because I'm all like full and cozy. Jelly Belly the Smelly, that's the name of the pirate in the book. When I wrote that story, it kind of had that Mona the Vampire sort of feel to it. So, yeah. So then we can build a pirate ship. And because the thing is, when I went to North Carolina, I got to see where Blackbeard and all that were from. I want to go back down there. I got to see the town where he hung out and that, and it absolutely blew my mind, because I love pirates, and I've been to Cornwall and I saw, Penzance and all that. I love pirates. And I just got reminded of this over the last couple of days, and I thought, I wonder if we could. And it's like, well, I've got to do like a kids' adventure movie anyway. So we'll call it Smelly, oh God, Jelly Belly the Smelly. Maybe he's an ogre, and the reason why he's smelly is because of his oils. I don't know. I don't know yet. But if I'm basing it on the Jelly Belly the Smelly from You Have No Power Over Me, then he's a dude just with a really big jelly belly who's easily tempted by donuts. So there we go. So that's another one. Tick, kids movie, kids adventure movie. I said I wanted to do one like Goonies, and it will give us the chance to build a pirate ship, or film on one, or I don't know. We'll have to put a pin in it. But there's a pirate movie there ready to go as well, because you got to do a pirate movie. And it ticks two boxes. It's the kids' adventure movie and it's a pirate movie. So it's more than likely going to have some comedy in it. So there's another one. I'll speak to you later. Ka kite anō.